Samit, shall we start?
Yeah, we can start.
Yeah. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dear devotees, this is a regular chanting mantra. From our childhood days, probably, we have heard this Shanti mantra for all of us. But this is one of the unique peace chant according to me. I think nowhere this type of prayer is there the way it signifies. What is there? Sahana Vavatu. May He protect both of us. He means here the God, Almighty, Supreme Spirit. Both of us means what? The student and the teacher as well as. So the student is asking for teacher, including teacher, and the teacher is also asking for the protection of the student also. Quite interestingly. So we are all studying the Vedanta. So this Shanti mantra is very, very pertinent. May He protect both of us. All right. Sahana bhavatu, sahano bhunaktu. May He nourish us. How come here? Assimilation of ideas. One is physical nourishment, and in pertaining to the study of Vedanta, may He bless us so that we shall be able to assimilate the ideas. Yeah, I studying Vedanta from 5-10 years, but for every small thing, my mind is getting agitated. I am reactive. I am unnecessarily getting stressed. That means I am not able to put the Vedanta into practice. I have not assimilated the Vedantic thoughts. So the nourishment is what? Let me be able to assimilate the ideas. Means we'll be able to put into practice. Sahaviryam karavavahai. May we both of us put sufficient effort. Teacher comes well prepared, but student is not serious. Out of compulsion, because we know that, oh, let me hear satsang, let me listen to Swami's class, for some time it gives us solace. I will be away from the worldly problems to some time. So not that casual approach should be, there should be sincere and serious approach in study, in Vedantic study. Then only we'll be able to get the complete benefit. 2 classes we come, then again we miss 1 or 2 classes, again we come few classes, again we miss few classes. Sometimes unavoidable reasons are there, no doubt, but many times we are not serious enough. So we let us put sufficient effort. All right, I am preparing and coming as a disciple. Teacher has taken very casual. All right, whatever I know, let me speak. No, he has to study well, he has to think, he has to prepare, and he has to come. So both of us, we have to put sufficient efforts. Then tejasvina vadhitamastu. May this teaching be fruitful. I know what is right and what is wrong. I am able to put into practice, but unfortunately, I am not able to, or I am not successful in practicing these teachings. I am trying, no doubt, but not able to. So may these studies be fruitful. Tejasvina vadhitamastu ma vidvishavahaihi. Let there no be misunderstanding between us. Let us not get distance each other. Guru scolds us. Guru tells something, we misunderstand, we avoid him, or we go away from him. Our student does some mistake, some foolishness, and teacher says, this fellow is useless or whatever, then he also distances himself. So let there no be distance, let there no be misunderstandings between me and between the Guru. It is vice versa. Om Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi. Let there be peace. Adibhutika, Adidaivika, Adhyatmika. 3 levels, 3 realms. Let there be peace. So this is a wonderful prayer. If you know the meaning and if you are chanting, if you can feel it in prayer, definitely it will help. And these are reminders for us. Our Vedantic study, it should not be casual, it should be serious. It should be committed. There should be serious approach. All right. Now, before going to the discussion of mantras, I want to throw some Vedantic bombshell to all of you. What is that? There are four stages in Vedantic thoughts. What is that? First stage, by this time we should be able to understand that I am the consciousness and not the body and mind. I am separate from body and mind. Body and mind is separate from me. Why? Because I am that eternal consciousness. Ātmā anātma vivekaḥ. So by this time, we should have conviction. I am the consciousness and I am having a body and mind. It is not that body has got a consciousness. That's what science tries to tell, empirical science. But Vedanta says it is not so. Consciousness has a body. So I am that consciousness and having the body and mind as an instrument. This is the first step of the Vedantic thought process. We have to get convinced. And I hope most of you by this time, you are all convinced. Okay. The second step. What is the next step? Okay, now I understand I am the self, not the body and mind, but you have to shift your identification from body-mind complex to consciousness. How to shift it? Replace the thought, I am the body-mind complex with the consciousness. Replace this thought, I am the body-mind complex with consciousness. Replace it by, I am the consciousness with an incidental body and mind. I am the body and mind, I am Shantivratananda and I have got particular traits and have a consciousness. No, I am the consciousness. Incidentally, I have been referred as Shantivratananda, and I have got a body and mind as an instrument. So shift I am the body mind with consciousness with I am the consciousness with an incidental body and mind. So this is what we should keep on thinking time and again. Whenever I think I have got a problem, we should start thinking, analyzing who has got a problem. I have got a problem. No. Who has got a problem? I have got a problem. No. Think. Oh, my body-mind complex has got a problem. Or this Jivatma has got a problem. Embodied soul has got a problem. I, the consciousness, does not have any problem in reality. So this thought process should be deepened. Then the third step will be, I am the consciousness operating through this body, but I am not confined to this body and body alone. Because I am all pervasive. I am non-dual. I am indivisible and formless space, like consciousness functioning through innumerable bodies. I am that consciousness who is aja, unborn, kutastha, substratum for everything, nitya, eternal, avinashi, indestructible, avyaya, unchanging. I am that self who has got all this nature. My nature is what? Unborn, indestructible, imperishable, no change, and I am all pervasive. I am not confined to this body and body alone. Just like there is a space in the pot. If you remember the last week class, we discussed about Ghatakasha, Mahakasha. I am not confined to the space in the pot, rather pot is in the space. So I am that consciousness who is all pervasive. So I am not the consciousness who is confined to this body and body alone. No. So that is the next step of thinking, third step. And all right, then what is my relationship with this matter called body-mind, or with this world and its objects, if you ask? Though we think that I am the consciousness, I am separate from these things, but finally we understand that the body, mind, objects, trees, plants, animals, what do you say, stars, planets, moon, sun, galaxies are nothing but they are all small wave to big waves in the consciousness. They are all a wave, waves in the consciousness. All of them is in the consciousness. Only the manifestation of consciousness in them is very little because of the lack of reflecting medium or quality of reflecting medium. So the first step is ātmā viveka. I am the consciousness, not the body and mind. Second is replace the thought. I am the body and mind having a consciousness with the I am the consciousness having the incidental body and mind. Second. Third, don't limit yourself to this body alone. I am available only in this body. This body is named after Shantivratananda, so I am available only in this body. No, I am everywhere, here also. And the fourth is matter, mind, subtle element or gross element, whatever it may be, they are all nothing but waves, just like waves in the ocean. So this is the pinnacle of Advaitism. Even the so-called the matter is nothing but the lower manifestation of the consciousness and not separate from the consciousness. That means what? Consciousness and consciousness alone exist. In the ocean, there are very small waves, tiny waves, smaller waves, smallest waves, big waves, bigger waves, biggest waves. So this matter, the so-called matter, is what smaller or smallest or small waves like. So this, we should keep on hammering our mind, Vedantic hammer. For example, the blacksmith, he, he keeps the iron rod in the fire. Then he heats, keeps on heating it. Then it becomes red hot. Then he beats with the hammer and he brings the shape, desired shape. So like that, this is heating the blacksmith heats the rod. This is what attending the classes. And afterwards, just like the blacksmith, he beats with the hammer and he shapes the iron rod for desired shape. Similarly, we have to keep on hitting our mind with this Vedantic hammer. Whenever I think I am the body, no, I have a body. Whenever I think I am a body and mind, no, I am the consciousness having a incidental body and mind. How much to think? How long we should think? Till realization. How much to think? As much as possible. There is no spiritual holiday for us actually. Sunday, let me not go for office. Yes, office is holiday because today is Sunday. Let us not cook in the house. Let us go and eat. Or we will order in through Zomato. That may be there, but for spiritual life, there is no holiday. Every day, we should try to do this. All right. aṅguṣṭhamātraḥ puruṣah madhya ātmani tishtati īśāno bhūtabhavyasya na tato vijugupsate. I think this is the shloka we were supposed to do, is it? So
No, this was
Atma,
done.
Whereas 2.2.
This was done.
this was done, is it?
Yeah.
Number 12, it was done. And the next one we have to do. aṅguṣṭhamātraḥ puruṣo jyotirivādhūmakaḥ.
All right. aṅguṣṭhamātraḥ puruṣah jyotirivādhūmakaḥ īśāno bhūtabhavyasya sa evādya sa vṛṣṭaṃ etadvai tat. Ātmā, which is the size of the thumb and which is the Lord of the past and the future, is like a flame without smoke. That alone exists. That alone today, that alone will exist tomorrow. This is indeed that. So, if you see from the verse 12, if you remember the last but one class we discussed, so they was telling that just like the space in the pot, which is called ghatakasha, gata means pot, akasha means space in the pot. So similarly, there is a small space available in the pot that is called ghatakasha. So similarly, in the heart, there is a space available. So, and that is called here aṅguṣṭhamātraḥ puruṣah. If you remember earlier my explanation. So according to the scriptures, Indian scriptures, they say the size of our heart is what? Our fist. The size of our fist will be more or less our size of the heart. In that heart, there is a space. So the space is what? A reflecting medium. Just like the light is reflected in the mirror as a reflecting medium, so here there is a space, and where the mind is there, the seat of the mind is. So since mind is the only reflecting medium where conscious can directly reflect, that is why it is called aṅguṣṭhamātraḥ puruṣah. The space is the thumb size, it seems. For the Upanishadic Rishis, the space in the heart is what? The thumb space. That's why it is called aṅguṣṭhamātraḥ puruṣah. The size of the Purusha is aṅguṣṭhamātraḥ, just the size of the thumb alone. The immediate question will come, Are Atman is supposed to be subject, not the object. It is not defined or constrained by the time and space. It does not have any name, it does not have any form, it does not have any time and space causation. Then how can you say aṅguṣṭhamātraḥ puruṣah? So this is only to conceive the idea of the self, that it is like the size of the thumb, that's all. So we should not take it literally. That's the one thing. And the one more important thing is, this imagination or allegory metaphor is given for the meditation, Vedantic meditation, how to meditate on the self. If you ask, oh, he is in the size of the thumb size, means a flame of light which is the size of the thumb, you can try to meditate. It is also a shloka which helps for Vedantic meditation. aṅguṣṭhamātraḥ puruṣah, all right, jyotirivādhūmakaḥ, jyotihi iva adhūmakaḥ. Of course, in the present day, we all use gas or electricity. Flame will be very less actually. But if you imagine the olden days where we used to use firewood and all, so the fire without flames, without smoke was very less actually. Both should go hand in hand. The smoke and fire, both should go hand in hand. Sometimes smoke will be more and fire will be less. But fire is more, smoke will be less, but very less in the olden days. So jyotirivādhūmakaḥ means it is like a flame without any smoke. The flame without any smoke. The flame without any smoke means what? It is devoid of impurities. I think I am pure. I think I'm impure. I think I am good. I think sometimes I am bad. I think sometimes I'm happy, and sometimes I feel that I am morose, I am got problems. These are all mental afflictions. These are all impurities. So the Atman is neither good nor bad, it is beyond. So jyotirivādhūmakaḥ is what? The flame without smoke. By telling this, the Atman is beyond all the dualities. So how a Brahmagyani sees the saint and sinner alike? Swami, Holy Mother Sharda Devi said that for me, Swami Shardananda, there's a monastic disciple of Sri Ramakrishna who was a Brahmagyani, and the other was Amjad. Amjad was a rogue, dacoit, and poor man, dacoit. Basically, he had been quite a few times for prison. Both are one and the same for me, as Holy Mother says. Where is Swami Shardananda, a monk who was a Brahmagyani, and this fellow is a notorious, or rather the poor, more than poor, is a dacoit, a thief. How both of them can be one and the same? Jyotirivādhūmakaḥ. Remove the Swami Shardananda and remove the Amjad. So both are nothing but the self and self alone. From that, Holy Mother is saying that for me, Swami Shardananda and Amjad, both are one and the same. The greatest Advaitic expression was given by Holy Mother Sharda Devi. So jyotirivādhūmakaḥ. My real nature, inherent nature is what? Is pure. That is the reason when we are pure, actually, we all feel happy. But unfortunately, we are not able to hold on to it. All right. īśāno bhūtabhavyasya. Īśānaha. Īśā means Lord. So I am the Lord. And the Lord of what? Bhuta and Bhavya. And Vartamana is also included. The past, present, and the future. Now, when they say that I am the Lord of past, present, future means what? Here, I as a body-mind complex now as the consciousness, Atman or Brahman. And one more important is, this is called Mahavakya. The shloka itself is called Mahavakya. Generally, Mahavakya, great statement, means it will be 2 words, 3 words, 4 words. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Ayam Atma Brahma, all that. So this particular shloka is also an example for the Mahavakya. Why? Mahavakya, the great statement, teaches what? The Jivatma Paramatma Aikya. There is no essential difference. Essentially, there is no difference between individual self and the Supreme Self. So that idea has been given in this particular shloka. īśāno bhūtabhavyasya. I am the Lord of the past, present, and future. I don't know what will happen next moment. How can I be the Lord of the past, present, and future, Swamiji? Is it a blasphemy? Is it not? Is it a hilarious? Is it not? Yes. I, as a Swami Shantivratananda, I do not know what happens next moment. So I cannot be īśānaha for bhavishyat. As a consciousness, yes. And I am that consciousness. But I am thinking I am the body and mind. Or rather, I have been prisoned in this body-mind cage and I think I am limited. I am powerless. I am ignorant. I am incapable. This is all dhuma, like smoke, impurities. But actually, I am not limited. I am not incapable. I am not lack of strength or whatever. Why? Because I am the self who is all pervasive. īśāno bhūtabhavyasya. Natatato vijugupsate. Natato vijugupsate means what? This is also very important. Gupsa. What is called gupsa? I forgot. Oh, 1 minute. Just I forgot. I'm not able to remember. Sorry. Anyhow, so
Gupsamana
etadvai
hiding, na? Hiding.
No, vijugupsate, I'm not able to suddenly recall. I'm going blank.
Bijugupsate means not hiding.
Yeah, means it is not hidden basically. Yeah, vijugupsa. Gupsa means actually what you say, shrinking rather, I think. Natato vijugupsate means shrinking away actually. Jugupsu means shrinking, or feeling separated, duality. Now vijugupsate means non-dual self. I am the non-dual self. Jugupsate means I am shrinking, I am divided, I am separate from you, I am different from you. Now, tato vijugupsate means I am the non-dual self. The moment when we understand that, then it is there is no place for any unhappiness, problems, challenges, problems and all. Why? Because I am the self who is beyond all these dualities. So this has been told here. So īśāno bhūtabhavyasya, as a consciousness, as the Brahman, we should think, not as the individual self. Otherwise, we will get carried over. We might land into the mistakes. So my real nature is what? Consciousness. And how to understand that? Jyotirivādhūmakaḥ. Now I think you can understand why this shloka is meant for meditation. So, aṅguṣṭhamātraḥ puruṣah jyotirivādhūmakaḥ. So there is a space called aṅguṣṭha, the size of the thumb of the size of the thumb, and that he is like jyotirivādhūmakaḥ. Jyotirivādhūmakaḥ, the flame without a smoke. So one can meditate on Atman, Brahman. Can anyone ask? Yes, this is one of the metaphor given by the Upanishad. You can. So there is a flame, a light flame, which is undisturbed by any wind. There is no smoke, and it is with full of light. It is not even dim also. It is not flickering also. So just you can meditate on the, concentrate your mind, imagine and concentrate your own mind, and you can meditate thinking that that is the self, like jyotirivādhūmakaḥ. All right. yathodakaṃ durge vṛṣṭaṃ parvateṣu vidhāvati evaṃ dharmān pṛthak paśyaṃstānevānuvidhāvati. So by the non-duality, you will get immortality. Again, for discussion sake only they tell. So I am the non-dual self and I am not limited by anything. But if a person thinks I am limited, I am different from you, one who accepts duality, it leads to mortality. That idea has been beautifully given with the help of a metaphor in the 14th mantra by the Lord ātmā. One who sees the jivas definitely goes after them only just as water rained on a mountain runs down on the slopes and disappears. Now he is giving one metaphor. Now think like this. There is a heavy rain which is falling on the top of the mountain. For discussion's sake, imagine that the all water has been collected in one place and it is flowing like a stream, big stream. Then probably a river is formed, or a good amount of water, people get it. But it does not happen like that. In a mountain, when the rain falls, what happens? It goes in a multiple directions. Some might go and enter the lake, some might go and enter the cave, some might go and enter the sand, some might go and somewhere, some other space. So that has been told here. And some which goes to the lake, it is helpful for people or animals or whatever. So it's something, it goes in a cave and it gets, evaporated there. Because it is not accessible to any human being, the water goes there and it gets evaporated. Or rather it goes and probably it gets added into the underground water. That is also okay. At least it goes and follows somewhere and people will be able to get it through borewell. And some other water, just it gets either evaporated or it gets somewhere lost in the murder soil of no use. So similarly, a person who thinks of Dvaita, who thinks that I am separate from you, you are separate from him, he is separate from her. So just like that, there is no use of such rainwater. So our life also will become. So Dvaita will lead to mortality. Dvaita will bring mortality for all of us. That has been given in this idea. And also if you see, why do we desire the worldly objects? Sometimes we feel that particular object, without that, our life is full of mess. Oh, I have been obsessed with a sweet. Without sweet, I feel my life is worthless. But doctor has told not to eat sweet. So like this, it keeps on happening in all of our lives, isn't it? But it is an obsession, no doubt. And it is a thought actually. It is a mental thought, but we think it is very real. And not only that, because I think I am separate from that sweet and I can enjoy the sweet, that is the reason I am desiring all these things. And not only that, when I think I am a body and mind, I need this, I need that, we seek for it. But as a self, we don't seek for anything. So in these mantras, Dvaita Darshanam brings mortality, Advaita Darshanam brings immortality, has been given. So, udakam durge vṛṣṭaṃ. So, the pure, clean, rainwater falls in on the mountain ridge. When the water falls as one unified body of rain, it strikes the peak and it goes and reaches the particular lake or whatever it helps. But if it breaks into dozens of tiny streams and rushes to different muddy surfaces, rocks, different places, then the water gets wasted, which is of not much use. So like that, scattered mind, ātmā in the mantra it is there. So the scattered mind, with the scattered mind, it is no use. When our mind is scattered, what happens? Our energy is also getting dissipated. With that scattered mind, with a lack of concentration, I don't achieve any success. So the mind should be concentrated. and also should be capable of seeing the non-duality. Why? There is only one indivisible consciousness that is called Atman or Brahman, and I am that. So here the word dharma they are used. Here the word dharma means attributes, names and forms, not the religion, not the Hindu dharma, Christ dharma like that. Here dharma means it is an attribute. All right. Next sloka. yathodakaṃ śuddhe śuddham āsiktam tādṛgeva bhavati evaṃ munervijānata ātmā bhavati gautama. Just as pure water poured into pure water becomes identical with it, so also, O Gautama, becomes the self of the wise sage who knows the truth. So in the earlier sloka, how Dvaita Darshanam brings mortality we saw. Now here, how Advaita Darshanam brings immortality has been told beautifully by Yama in this sloka. So Jivatma Paramatma Aikya has been told. Now he is telling yathodakaṃ śuddhe śuddham. Now there is a pure water in two bowls. Here also in a bowl A, there is a pure water. In bowl B, there is a pure water, and you mix the bowl A, the water in the bowl A into the bowl B. What happens? Nothing happens. It gets merged. It gets merged and it gets united. But if you pour the impure water into the pure water or pure water into the impure water, what happens? Only you will get impure, diluted impure water. So similarly, when I say that I merge with the Supreme Self, I am the individual self, when I merge with the Supreme Self, what happens? Nothing happens. Just like a pure water is getting merged with pure water is getting mixed with the pure water. What happens? Nothing happens. So similarly, so when I say that I merge with the Supreme Consciousness, Supreme Self, you say for transactional point we might speak, but nothing happens. Why? Both are pure water and pure water alone from the content point. And there you cannot differentiate this. For an example, if you go to Prayagraj, if you go, you can see very clearly when there's a merging that Ganga and Yamuna, very clearly we can see because of the color. One is brownish in color, the other is black in color. So light brownish color will be Ganga and blackish color will be Yamuna. We can see very clearly both waters. And in South Africa, we can see Pacific Ocean, I think. Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean, I don't remember. And Indian Ocean, both are cross meeting point. We can see two colors actually. Because both are having their mixed with different minerals or whatever. But if you mix the pure water from the both tumblers or from the different containers, what happens? Nothing will happen. You cannot make out. After pouring, can you make out from which is from the bowl A and which is from the bowl B? We cannot make out. So similarly, when the individual self merges into Supreme Self, what happens? Nothing happens because inherently both of us, we are self and self alone, consciousness and consciousness alone. But it appears at the surface level, I am different from him. Means I am different from the Supreme Consciousness. So all our sadhana is what? To purify the water or to purify the reflecting medium called mind. Not to purify the water, to purify the glass surface, which is called mind. So that's the reason Mandukya Upanishad, it is the only scripture in the whole world, as I know, it only is daredevil to say that the bandha and mukti both is for mind, not for me, not for the self. The bandhana, bondage is for whom? For my mind. The mukti is for whom? For my mind. What about the self? Self was free, self is free, self will be free, and I am that self. Oh, if I am that self and if I am free, then why should I struggle? Definitely you need not to struggle. But still I am suffering. Then they say, yes, because of the mental impurities, you are thinking that you are suffering. It is better to do the sadhana, spiritual practices, and to clean your mind. Because through that alone, we can perceive the world, we can experience things. That is the reason we have to keep the, like for example, we are wearing the glasses. The glass spectacles has to be kept clean. I am not the spectacles, no doubt, but spectacles through which I can see. And it has to be clean. It should not be broken. It should not be tainted with different colors or oil or even our, salts or anything. Even the tears, sometimes when we cry for some reasons, even the tears also can leave a stain in the glass of our spectacles. So it has to be kept clean to have our vision clear. So similarly, our mind has to be purified. And also, if you see the merger of the water, you took from the bowl A and you mixed with the bowl B. So there are two different actually entities or objects are there, and it is been restricted by space and time and all these things. So in the physical event, this merging is possible, but actually in when I say that I am merging myself as a jivatma in paramatma, when we say that, it is not actually happens, it cannot happen. Why? Because consciousness is all pervasive. But it is only to make us understand they use this word. And here one more important word, they're using the word munihi. Who is munihi? Mananatiti munihi. One who keeps on repeating the mantra. If he is a bhakti yogi, or if he is a gnana yogi, one who keeps on thinking about, I am the self, not the body and mind. I am the self, I am the consciousness, have a body and mind as an instrument. And I am the one, I am the eternal, I am indestructible, I am immutable, I am imperishable, I am ancient, I am Sanatana. So one who is keep on thinking time and again, who was thinking, meditating and trying to experience, he is called Muni. And Vijānataḥ. Vijānataḥ means he is not just who has got a knowledge about Upanishads, Upanishadic knowledge, one who has experienced that Upanishadic knowledge. Such a person's experience will be yathodakaṃ, śuddhe, śuddham. Just like pouring the water from one bowl to another. What happens? Then afterwards, you cannot find out any difference. Like when Ganga merges with Ganga Sagar, what happens? After merging, you cannot find the trace of the Ganga in the Ganga Sagar or in the Bay of Bengal. So that's what it happens. So all our struggles should be to prepare our mind for purification. So this ends the second chapter. If you see actually in the verse 1 and 2, we saw that how the senses we have to turning the outward senses into inward. And the verses 3 and 4, recognizing a consciousness as the unseen knower behind all perceptions was there. And verses from 5 to 9, consciousness manifests through the three pairs. That is Vishva and Virat, Hiranyagarbha and Tejasa, Prajna and Ishvara, resting in Turiya. This is what we saw. Then 10 and 11, Neti Neti has been given. Nehana Anasti Kinchana. Means I am not this, not this, not this. That idea has been given. Then 12 and 13, meditation on the ātmā, which is thumb-sized aṅguṣṭhamātraḥ puruṣa, smokeless flame in the heart. Then the 14th and 15th, moving from the scattered mind of division to the pure unified state of liberation. That is from Advaita, we should go to, from Dvaita, we should go to Advaita. That is the key for the realization for the moksha or mukti. So what we are supposed to do? To clean our mind, cleanse our mind. The moment when you do that, then what happens? Then whatever the sun rays falls, it reflects the same thing. Now the glass is tainted with a red color, that's why the sun rays looks like red. And some other glass has been tainted with a blue color. So that's the reason sun looks like blue. Some is yellow. So some is green, some is anything. But there's only one, there's some glasses which are taintless. So as the sunlight is falling, it is reflecting the same thing. Now where is the problem? Problem in the glass, the impurities which has been deposited. So why we are struggling? Why we are suffering? Because of the impurities which is deposited on our mind, which is the part of subtle body. Once that you remove, once that you clean it, then no more suffering. It is not that I am suffering of XYZ. I am suffering of my own impurities. And added to that, my own karma. Good karma, bad karma. Good actions, bad actions. All this karma phala, we are suffering. All others are only secondary causes. They are nimitta matra. So our life action should be cleaning the mind, cleansing the mind. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu. Yeah, if you got any question, I'll be happy to answer.
Pranam Maharaj.
Namaste.
Maharaj, the Dvaita reference that's been given in this 2.1.14, is it the consciousness and body and mind and consciousness are separate? That Dvaita reference has been given, or the philosophical schools that we have Dvaita reference, that's
Oh, no. Like I am thinking that I am the subject and different from the object. I am separate from you. You are separate from me. So this Dvaita basically has been given here. Not Dvaita, Advaita, Vishishta, Advaita philosophy. It is just seeing the duality. Just like I am different, like wave is thinking that I am separate from the water or ocean. So I am thinking that I am separate from you, you are separate from me. All these dualitical experiences we are having it, that duality has been given. It is not any school of philosophy is mentioned here. Dvaita, when you say Dvaita Siddhanta, it is not mentioned here. It is whatever the dualistic experiences based on our duality. Yeah. The notion of duality.
If I use other words, the difference between Jivatma and Paramatma, no?
Yeah. So I am Jivatma and I am separate from Paramatma, thinking that I am the Jivi. That's what I said. I am limited. I am ignorant. I am foolish. I am not very capable. I am suffering. All these things is what this dharmas has been superimposed on the Atman. And we are thinking that I am limited. That's the one thing. And the other is I am separate from you. I am separate from this world. I am separate from the object. I am separate from this object, or I am separate from you means what? That is also duality again. All these things are wrong actually. Basically, they are trying to tell consciousness and consciousness alone exists. That is what Advaita. Advaita means not two. Not two means what? There is only one. What is that one thing which exists? Consciousness alone exists. And what about these beings? What about the world and its objects and all? They are nothing but just like waves in the ocean. The ocean of consciousness, they are all one wave, that's all. And wave is not different from the ocean, from the content point, that is matter, that is water.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right.
So, Maharaj, in this class, we've covered that two pending slokas from previous class. Okay.
Yes.
I got that.
So I think second chapter, next chapter, 4 slokas we have done from 5th sloka onwards. Second chapter, second subsection, 5th sloka onwards, we will try to do next class.
All right.